Have you ever wondered how you can tell if a man is secretly falling in love with you, just by looking at his texts?
The truth is clearly surprising and emotional. When men start falling deeply in love, their texts subtly change in powerful, emotional ways. Today, I'm going to clearly reveal exactly what these secret texts look like, what they emotionally mean, and how to recognize them immediately and clearly. These hidden emotional signs are powerful indicators he's emotionally invested, clearly, deeply, and permanently. Pay close attention, because these emotional secrets clearly matter deeply if you genuinely want to understand exactly how he feels emotionally and clearly today.
Secret text number 1. I just wanted to make sure you got home safe.
This simple text seems casual, but it's deeply emotional and revealing clearly. When he texts clearly to check your safety, he's emotionally communicating care, emotional investment, and genuine emotional concern, strong signs he's clearly falling in love permanently and powerfully. Psychologically, this emotional text clearly reveals emotional vulnerability and protective instinct, emotionally significant indicators he's emotionally attaching deeply and clearly to you. Dr. Helen Fisher clearly explains, genuine emotional concern clearly signals emotional attachment powerfully and permanently. If he consistently texts clearly about your safety, he's secretly and clearly emotionally invested, likely emotionally falling in love permanently. Secret text number 2, you just crossed my mind for no reason. Random emotional thoughts clearly reveal something deeply emotional clearly and powerfully. When he texts randomly and clearly about you crossing his mind, it clearly indicates emotional preoccupation, a strong, hidden emotional sign he's emotionally developing powerful, permanent feelings clearly and emotionally. Psychologically, spontaneous emotional texts reveal emotional attachment clearly, emotionally, permanently. Dr. John Gottman clearly states, random emotional thoughts powerfully reveal emotional attachment, clearly indicating emotional love. If he emotionally texts randomly about you clearly, he's secretly emotionally invested powerfully and permanently.
Secret text number 3, how was your day, really? This subtle emotional text clearly reveals something powerful and emotional. When he clearly and emotionally texts genuinely wanting your emotional honesty about your day, it reveals deep emotional curiosity, emotional investment, and genuine emotional interest clearly and permanently.
Psychologically, genuine emotional questions reveal emotional intimacy clearly and permanently forming, clear emotional signs he's emotionally falling in love deeply. Dr. Brené Brown clearly explains, genuine emotional curiosity powerfully reveals emotional intimacy clearly forming permanently and emotionally. If he consistently texts clearly for your emotional honesty, he's secretly emotionally attached powerfully and permanently.
Secret text number 4, I thought of something you'd love.
Clearly, emotionally thoughtful texts reveal emotional investment powerfully and permanently. When he emotionally texts about things reminding him of you, clearly showing emotional understanding of your interests, it powerfully reveals emotional investment clearly and emotionally, strong emotional signs he's secretly emotionally falling in love permanently. Psychologically, emotional thoughtfulness reveals emotional investment clearly and permanently, deep emotional intimacy forming clearly and powerfully. Dr. Sue Johnson clearly states, emotional thoughtfulness clearly reveals emotional connection permanently and powerfully forming. If he emotionally texts clearly and thoughtfully, he's secretly emotionally invested powerfully, emotionally, permanently.
Secret text number 5, I wish you were here right now.
Emotional longing clearly reveals deep emotional attachment powerfully and permanently. When he clearly and emotionally texts longing for your emotional presence, it strongly reveals emotional attachment clearly forming powerfully and permanently, secret emotional signs he's emotionally falling in love clearly and powerfully. Psychologically, emotional longing reveals emotional intimacy clearly and powerfully, indicators he's clearly emotionally falling in love permanently. Dr. Esther Perel clearly says, emotional longing clearly and permanently reveals emotional intimacy powerfully forming. If he clearly emotionally texts longing for you, he's secretly emotionally invested powerfully, permanently, and emotionally.
Exactly why these secret texts reveal emotional love. Psychologists clearly explain emotional texts like these secretly reveal emotional intimacy clearly, powerfully, permanently forming. Emotional concern clearly reveals protective emotional attachment.
Random emotional thoughts clearly reveal emotional preoccupation permanently. Genuine emotional curiosity clearly reveals emotional intimacy forming clearly. Emotional thoughtfulness clearly reveals deep emotional understanding permanently. Emotional longing clearly reveals powerful emotional intimacy permanently forming. These clearly emotional texts secretly and powerfully reveal he's emotionally falling deeply in love permanently and clearly. Clearly, let me share Emma and Tom's emotional story immediately and powerfully. Emma initially wondered clearly if Tom emotionally felt deeply attached or permanently in love. But when she noticed these emotional texts clearly appearing regularly, she clearly realized these hidden emotional signs powerfully and permanently revealed emotional attachment clearly forming. Tom emotionally texted randomly about Emma crossing his mind clearly. He clearly texted genuinely about Emma's emotional well-being powerfully. He emotionally texted thoughtful things clearly revealing emotional understanding permanently. Emma clearly realized these emotional texts powerfully, clearly, permanently revealed emotional intimacy forming. Tom was secretly emotionally falling in love permanently and emotionally. Your emotional situation likely clearly mirrors these hidden emotional texts permanently and powerfully today. Clearly imagine how many women emotionally wonder clearly if he's emotionally falling in love permanently and powerfully without clearly recognizing these hidden emotional texts immediately. You clearly have immediate emotional power to permanently, clearly, immediately help others emotionally recognize emotional intimacy clearly forming permanently and powerfully. Urgently share this emotional truth clearly and immediately today. Your immediate emotional share clearly, powerfully, and permanently helps others recognize hidden emotional love clearly, powerfully, immediately. Never underestimate your immediate emotional influence clearly. Immediately recognize emotional texts clearly and emotionally revealing intimacy powerfully today. Clearly and openly comment emotionally. Have you clearly noticed these hidden emotional texts before? Your emotional honesty clearly inspires emotional clarity powerfully and permanently in others immediately. Clearly subscribe immediately. Your emotional connections urgently deserve daily emotional wisdom clearly, consistently, permanently. We're clearly here daily to emotionally guide you powerfully, permanently, and clearly. Secret emotional texts powerfully and permanently reveal hidden emotional intimacy clearly and permanently forming, clearly showing emotional love immediately, powerfully, and clearly. Today, clearly choose immediate emotional awareness permanently, not emotional confusion clearly. Immediately recognize hidden emotional texts clearly and emotionally. Permanently understand emotional intimacy powerfully, immediately, clearly. Because your emotional connection urgently and permanently deserves emotional clarity, not emotional confusion clearly and permanently. Make today clearly, immediately, permanently the emotional moment you clearly and emotionally understand hidden emotional love powerfully, permanently, and clearly.